All right, Mr. Dustin, teach me your ways. So, here we are. I want to learn everything that, not only, I don't just want to learn for myself, but I want us to learn together. And so as you know, I'm, creating this content to help my clients make better decisions food-wise, but more importantly, I want them to enjoy food. That's the main thing. Like, I want us to enjoy food. So let's start at the fundamentals. Kind of what are some basics of just, hey, whether you're a single person or you're cooking for a family of 7, what are some essentials that we need?
So essentials in the kitchen they vary.
Okay.
What I say is essential, you'll hear different from folks, but the one thing that I do know is you can go into your average kitchen store and spend thousands of dollars on things that you may use for a single purpose or a single item. I don't like anything that's a unitasker. I want everything in my kitchen to be a multitasker. I want it to do multiple jobs.
Nice.
You can buy avocado spoons and you can buy banana holders and you can buy, all sorts of stuff like that, but they have a single usage.
Right.
Well, then you fill a kitchen full of single-use items. So anything that I try to have in my kitchen, I'm going to use for multiple things.
Copy. Okay.
So I like having things that are universal. If you're going to be cooking at home, you want to start cooking down this, there are some essentials you're going to have. And I think the first one is a good pot and a good pan.
Okay.
And when you're going out and buying a pot and pan, there are a lot of questions, a lot of things you can look for.
Right.
I prefer stainless steel.
Why?
Hardiness, longevity,
Yeah.
quality of usage,
Yeah.
lack of chemicals.
That's the reason why I asked, because like we've gone through the whole. So we have mostly cast iron, have a Dutch oven, but for a long time we had those non-stick pans. Of course, you get educated, and the stuff starts chipping off. And so we recently got some stainless steel pans, but I have a problem.
What's your problem with stainless steel?
The problem is when I put something on it, it burns, it sticks, and I cannot figure out how to cook on stainless steel, but I know it's good for me, so I'm willing to learn. Can you help me?
I can help you. So if you're
Okay.
going to use stainless steel, you want a quality stainless steel. I prefer this. This is 4-clad.
4-clad.
You'll hear different clad numbers. You'll hear 4, 5, 7, 2. You'll hear different. That's the number of layers of different metal that are in this pan.
Copy.
So this pan is stainless on the outside, but it's got a layer of metal and a layer of copper inside of it that help distribute that heat evenly over this. A lot of times when you get sticking, you have uneven heat distribution. So I've got a hot spot here where I'm creating that vapor barrier of the moisture in the food is keeping it from sticking. And I have a spot over here that's not quite hot enough to do that, that sticks. And everything. So I want a good, thick metal pan with a flat bottom that's going to distribute heat well.
Okay.
The second thing I'm going to do with cast iron or with stainless steel is I usually am cooking hot.
Okay.
Now this is going to vary between the processes of what you're doing, that you're going to cook at various temperatures. But with stainless, I'm typically going to cook at a very hot temperature.
Okay.
We can show in a video later how to test if I've got a stainless steel pan at a temperature where I'm ready to, say, sear meat.
Okay.
Versus saute or sweat a vegetable.
Okay.
Or create a sauce or something of that nature. So you're going to go varied heats. I would say the next thing is when you're cooking on stainless, they're not non-stick. That not necessarily the worst thing. A little bit later in this series, we're going to learn about things like fond. When I get the Maillard reaction and I get sugar sticking to that pan, that's flavor. We're going to learn how to extract that flavor and use it later. But I'd say the second thing I'd like to talk about is going to be fats.
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. So pots, stainless steel pots as well.
Stainless
Kind of
steel
the same
pots and
idea
pans.
with that?
If we're going to go with 2 basics, I like a good saute pan.
Okay.
Universal to use for a lot of different cooking, and I want some sort of sauce pot where I can boil, I can braise, I can do different things like that. And I like for all of them to have metal handles. I don't want plastic handles. I want to be able to take this, and if I need to put it directly into an oven, I can put it directly into an oven. Some of the quality things you're going to look for, and again, I don't want to tell you that you have to have this, you have to that. We're all dealing with a different budget. We're all going to have to work within our budget. I always like something that has 3 rivets. That way I don't ever get loose handles and everything. And it's not only the aspect of wanting the handle to be tight, but as those rivets get loose, things can get in there. They can get embedded where you can't clean properly, and then you've got a biological hazard on your hands. So it's not only a quality item, but it's also a health issue.
I see. 4-clad 3 rivets, metal handle.
Correct.
Copy. Okay.
Good fitting lids, that the same thing. I want them to be glass and metal. I don't want any plastic, so I can also put that lid in the oven if I need to also.
Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. Pots, stainless steel, pan. Next, you were saying.
Fat.
Oh, yeah.
Fat is an aspect of cooking, and we've learned here over the years that there are not all fats are the same quality.
Yes.
We've got certain fats that are definitely far superior to our health in that. The 4 that I choose to use in my kitchen, they all have a different aspect of what I use them for, and I don't ever use any of them exclusively. I use them in combination a lot. You were talking about cooking and having things stick to your stainless steel pan. That farthest bottle over there is pure avocado oil.
This one right here?
Yep. I like keeping avocado oil in my kitchen because if you'll notice that next layer under that says 500-degree smoke point.
That's hot.
I can use that oil super hot.
Gotcha.
I don't get that burning, that searing and everything
Gotcha.
that I would with an olive oil. Your next bottle is extra virgin olive oil, first cold press olive oil.
Right.
I don't really want to use this for high heat cooking. This is more of a flavored oil. I'm going to use this for sauteing vegetables. I'm going to use this for making salad dressings. I'm going to use it for things of that nature. So I've got one that I can put a ton of heat to, and I got one that's more of a flavoring.
Okay.
One that's used. That extra virgin olive oil is good on everything from just a light dressing on a salad with a little lemon juice to drizzle it over vanilla ice cream. It's amazing.
What?
Yep. Olive oil ice cream. It's a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of coarse ground salt on vanilla ice cream is spectacular.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word on that.
The next fat I have over there is the old classic in the dish, and you can pull the lid off of it.
Okay.
It's good old butter.
Ooh, butter. Butter's our friend.
Nothing replaces butter.
Oh gosh.
From a flavor aspect, from a
That's rich.
quality, from a visual on food to make sauces glisten, you can't beat butter.
My mouth's
If you
watering.
want to make something brown in a pan, if you want a browning to happen in something, butter's your go-to.
Butter's
A lot of
your friend.
particulates in there. We can cook butter until it browns, which gives it a nutty, rich flavor. But just butter life is too short to use margarine. Why?
Yeah, no, we don't do that margarine.
Terrible oil.
Yeah, no, we don't do that margarine. Okay, but hang on. Now, like, that butter was super yellow.
Yes.
So, the same way that you're talking about, like, the pots, right? There's clads and stuff. Are there, like, I don't know, clads, if you will, classifications of butter? 'Cause
Absolutely,
that's
there are
like-
qualities of butter and everything. And again, we're going to go back to the budget. Your budget's your budget,
Copy.
my budget's my budget. I don't skimp on butter. I buy good Irish butter.
Gotcha.
I love butter.
Okay, now with that said then, can you still do the same thing that you were just talking about with, if I go to the grocery store and get, whatever's on, but it's still butter. It's
As long
all
as it's butter.
sweet cream butter, unsalted,
When you
salted.
look and you look at that ingredient list, as
says-
long as it is sweet cream butter, then you're
Okay.
good. You can do whatever you want.
Perfect.
Then there becomes a debate, salted or unsalted. I'm not
yes.
going to answer that question. You tell me what you like.
Okay.
I can
well,
always add salt to butter, but I almost always use salted butter myself. I'm going to put salt in food anyway.
Right.
Salt helps keep butter pure longer and everything, so I just prefer a salted butter.
Gotcha.
I also use most of my butter. I don't bake a lot.
Okay.
And a lot of times when people do bake, they like unsalted butter. I prefer salted butter.
Even in baking? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I like to bake. I'm one of those people that got into baking in 2020 along with everybody else. Yeah. So I like to bake.
The sourdough mafia.
Yeah, you
I've
know-
yet to join, but I have considered it many times, many times.
Yeah. Okay, so hot oil, avocado, not hot olive oil, salads, different things, and then butter is just, yes, my mouth was watering looking at that. I didn't expect it to be that yellow. That was amazing. Okay, and then next, you said there were 4.
The last fat that I like to use is just good old beef tallow. It is the purest of fats. And again, we're going to go to a situation here where your budget will dictate what you want to buy with yours.
Okay.
If you want to find the organic sourced, grass-fed, grass-finished beef tallow,
Right.
or just beef tallow. But again, look at that label. It
Right.
should be nothing but beef tallow. There shouldn't be any stabilizers, shouldn't be any defoaming agents. And beef tallow, when you purchase it, it should be solid. It
Yeah.
should not be a liquid. If it's a liquid, it's simply going to have a defoaming agent and everything, which keeps it from foaming at high temperature points. But you want to buy a tallow that's solid. You
Okay.
really do.
So
For
it
me,
says
I
rendered-
fry in tallow.
Gotcha.
That's my favorite thing to do. I don't deep fry that much, but if I'm going to shallow fry something just to get a crust or something on it,
Right.
I'm going to typically use tallow.
Right. And I mean, that just says rendered Wagyu beef fat.
That's all it is.
That's all. That's so dope. So same thing. I heard you saying it basically. Same idea. It's kind of you can go high end, or not high end, but you can get, Wagyu, grass fed. Now, here's a question, right? Because for some people, like I've gotten grass fed, grass finished beef before, and then I've gotten, the other kinds, regular and whatnot. Flavor profile wise, would it matter with the tallow?
You're not gonna, if you can discern the difference in tallow between grass-fed, grass-finished and not, you've got a very good palate.
Okay.
I won't say that it's impossible to,
Sure.
but if you've got a palate that is that refined, there are many jobs for you out trying food for people.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very, very defined palate. The beef tallow is such a wonderful ingredient, not just in the kitchen. I myself, I make my moisturizing cream that I use on my face and my hands is beef tallow, organic beeswax, and organic honey. The lip balm that I make is beef tallow and beeswax. I use that for a lot more than just in my kitchen.
My wife,
that's in my bathroom also.
4 daughters.
Not that same bottle.
That's good to know. 4 daughters, 1 son, right? My wife has gotten her hand into it. She's really good at it, making hair products, all natural. There was a time when my son was like, skin wasn't doing well, and so we had to find different alternatives because of stuff in the house. And we have tubs of beef tallow, and I cook. It's all in the same place, probably not the best idea, but I'll get in a tallow and she'll be like, hey, that's my hair tallow, or that's my skin tallow.
I have the same dynamic in my home. My youngest son had some skin problems when he was younger, some eczema, and we took him many different places, and it turned out to all be dietary reactions and everything. Also to some dyes and stuff. So we started using beef tallow, and instead of using steroid creams and stuff like that, the eczema cleared up. And as long as the diet was controlled, the eczema went away. So the food that we put in our body and the choices we make, how we put things in our body and what we choose to put in our body, have a direct result in the way this body works.